G'day folks, Donnie here, Pascal Lads Prospecting. Just Don in the background. We're up at Mt Hector, just looking at a big tailing pile here out of a rock mine where they got a lot of copper, a lot of gold. So I'm here today with, g'day Paul.
Hey Donnie, how you going mate?
Paul Lindsay, geologist. How are you enjoying the day so far, mate?
Yeah, good. We've done a bit of driving.
Done a bit of driving, seen a few sights. How about you, Don? How are you, Don?
Yeah, I'm back in some old country here, the sort of familiar sights, but we've come through it now. We're in the wild bit now.
That's good. That's
yeah,
good.
I haven't been this far wild here before.
Yeah, good. So guys, that mullikeep there, they would have railed that out, tipped it out off the carriages, straight down over there. There's a lot of rock there. I'm over here with Paul. He's going to do an acid test on a bit of this
Limestone.
limestone. We're looking for a limestone reaction.
So a quick test for lime is 10% hydrochloric acid solution. And you'll see that fizz.
And it is fizzing, look at it.
And that's carbon dioxide gas coming off from that. So we'll do another spot.
There you go, guys. Look at it fizzing.
There's a quick test.
And how much limestone did you say was up here, Paul?
I say about 5,000 feet.
5,000
Lineal
feet.
and 200 wide. And some of that's been replaced with pyrite in a few spots.
Cool, cool.
Yeah.
This is white marble.
White marble.
Yep.
Wow, look at that. And it is too. Look at it. You can see it. White marble, guys.
Let him shoot this when he...
There you go. And what's that? What's fizzing there, Paul? What content?
They're the carbonates
The carbonates.
within it. So your lime.
But look at the colour coming out of it there. Wow. White marble.
What's up there? You got that chalcopyrite.
Yep.
It looks like it, yeah.
So it's one of the copper minerals, copper ore minerals.
That's what they got most of their copper out of, this one.
Okay. There you go, guys.
So the chalcopyrite, when it actually weathers, it gives you purpley browns, peacock colours right through the rock.
Yeah.
And then you can see some other bits
Very cool.
of unweathered material in there.
Cool. What are you looking at there, Don?
Bloody gossin. Trying to work out what the minerals are.
Gossin?
Yeah.
Gossin?
Gossin.
Hang on, mate, I can't quite see it, isn't it?
It's got a web work and all that sort of thing, but quite heavy.
Very heavy, isn't it?
Yeah.
Very dense. Came off that one
Should
there.
have brought the magnet along. See whether this is any of this is magnetite or not.
The flagstone wall there in the side of the mountain that they've built. It's a bit of a staging point. Paul's excited.
No, you didn't hear that one.
Oh,
The shrapnel. We just had a bit of shrapnel flying off some rocks.
Oh, mushroom.
so Paul, you were saying you did a bit of research on this place. It was what, 12 pennyweights to the ton.
To the ton.
So what'd you say? It's
About 3% copper.
1.55 grams to the pennyweight.
Yep. So somewhere around the 20 grams to the ton.
So 20 grams a ton
roughly. Yeah.
of gold.
Yep. Yep.
That's worth doing.
Not super high grade, but still pretty high grade
Yeah.
compared to what we're mining today in
Right.
different places. So, yeah.
What are you into there, Don? Oh, no, you don't want to be doing that.
Looks good on the top, but no, I don't think so.
Don't chew on that one. Just so you know where we are, we're up at Mt Hector in the Boyne Valley near Gladstone. Mt Hector, near an old town that was called Dooboon, D-O-O-B-O-O-N, Dooboon. There was about 4 streets in Dooboon. There's no houses there now. So yeah, it was a little township, and every day, except for Sundays, they'd come up here and build flagstone walls and dig rock out of mountains and throw it through some very hot kilns to melt the minerals out of it. So yeah, a lot of work, guys, a lot of work. What do you got there, Paul?
Oh no, Donnie. Got some chalcopyrite again.
Oh wow, look at that.
So these are bigger crystals.
Hang on, mate, I'll just try and focus there.
And they're tied up with the limestone.
Very cool.
So that's your, that can be calcite.
Yeah.
Along with your chalcopyrite crystals. So that's your copper, that's part of your copper ore.
Awesome. Awesome.
Yeah, I'll have a look first.
Right, okay.
So in here, your calcite crystals, that shape is indicative of calcite. They call it dog-tooth spar. So you'll see a little triangular shape.
Yep.
And anywhere you see that, you can be fairly certain that you've got calcite.
Beautiful. Beautiful. So g'day, Don.
G'day, Don.
Don. It's a bit like that, isn't it?
Yep.
So this is Don Ward, guys. Don's a geologist. Been a geologist for how many years, mate?
60.
60 years. So, and you've got some interests out in Western Australia as well?
Yes.
And what's some of the bigger work that you've done around the country? Or the world, for that matter?
Oh, Mount Isa. Particularly MacArthur River.
MacArthur River?
Over in the Hammersleys and iron ore. I'm forgetting them all now, you know. It's so far away.
That's understandable.
Chasing copper out in the Simpson Desert.
Simpson Desert.
Yeah. Long way back.
And how'd you go with that?
Yeah, we didn't get a big mine out of that one. But I've seen iron ore. That's my iron ore go onto out of the open cut and onto a ship and over to Japan and all this sort of thing.
Okay.
You feel that you've accomplished something.
Yeah. Oh, well, there you go. And Don, waterboard drilling. You guys look for water. Is that correct? You yourself look for water?
Yeah. When you're in the mining business out in the remote areas, there, one of the things you got to find usually as a sideline to the minerals is just to find enough bloody water to drink.
To drink. So
Yeah.
you've
So
sidelined that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you've sidelined that now into helping property owners find water and mining leases and.
Sometimes, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Actually, the first water bore I ever sighted was out in the Simpson Desert,
Right.
and it was quite successful out at the Jervois Range.
Jervois Range.
It was actually successful.
Oh, well, that's good. Well, there you go. Let's have a look at some minerals. leaching out of rocks. Copper staining. Look at that, guys. Unreal.
We found a block of rock in the creek. This stuff, initially we thought might be limestone, but it's actually very silicious. No fizz from the acid test. And then we've got a little dike of basaltic type material running through it, but it's been fractured and moved.
Okay.
So there's been some faulting and movement along these fracture zones, so it's actually dislocated that.
Dislocated its joint.
Yes.
Very cool.
Not bad at all.
So anybody want to do a bit of building, bit of welding, guys, there's a great big lump of iron right there. Solid iron. Oh, look at it. Unreal. Basalt vein.
Into a crack in the rock, and in the section here, green, it's been fairly altered.
Fairly altered.
Yeah, changed to chlorite minerals like that.
Okay.
Probably
And the outside of that vein, the rock is what, limestone or?
it was limestone, but it looks like it's pretty silicious now.
Silicious.
Yeah,
That's a new word for me,
silica.
Don. Silicious.
Mostly silica. Quartz.
Silica quartz. There you go.
Silica, bit of
Silicious. Unreal. There's that big lump of ironstone, guys, if you want it. You sell it at the scrap metal yard, it's that pure. Yeah, she's pretty wild country here, guys. She's lantana, bloody rubber trees. But the old boys, they did a fair bit of work here. There was 4 Windsors here. 4 shafts into the hills where they pulled out all their ore. And I'm going to take Don and Paul down to where they had the kilns, and we'll have a look at the big slag pile there, and we'll show you some of the minerals in the slag. But yeah, very interesting country. And that flagstone wall over there, that's unreal. The amount of work that must have went into that. Yeah, it's a pity those trees are in the road of it there, but yeah, guys, so we'll go down and have a look at the kilns in a second and show you what the go is there. Looks like a lava flow, doesn't it? Yeah. She's a man-made lava flow, this one. She's slag. She's slag for getting the minerals out, guys. Look at it. It's like glass, just molten glass. Show the copper oxidisation in it.
yeah. Yes.
Oh, stay on your feet. You'll win on points. That's all slag out there, guys. Standing on top of a great big slag pile. Unreal.
About 6 metres down that side, right?
So we worked out about, what did we say?
Somewhere between 3,000 and 5,000.
3,000 and 5,000 cubic metres of slag out of these kilns. And the kilns, guys, are just over here. We'll go and have a look, eh? This is the old kiln, guys, where they melted down all the ore out of the mountain. It's a shame, isn't it? It's a shame. Some big boilers over here by the look of it. One of the old railway irons, guys, that the carts would have carted in and out on. Another piece there, old railway iron. It's only small track. Look at this, boilers, big kiln boilers. Massive big things, look at them. All riveted. All riveted, guys. Riveted construction.
Nice stonework too.
Big plateau up on top there, mate. Look at that flagstone wall, built by hand. Unreal.
These will be refractory bricks.
And that went right along through there.
Yep. So these will be the refractory bricks, which hold the heat a lot better without breaking.
Yeah.
The other ones look like common.
So these are more sandstony.
Yep. Clay, heavier clay
Heavier
content.
clay content, yeah. Cool. Like the base of a...
Oh shit. There might even be a reservatory furnace or something. There's a fire pit underneath it.
What sort of furnace, Don?
Observatory. They used to burn it and they used to put the flame go over the top of the ore and then up a chimney.
So they put the ore in on the bottom here, and the flame would go over the top of it.
Put about 25 tonne of ore down, I think.
So then that slag would...
Slag would run out.
Yeah.
Oh, and the copper would run out, of course, and they'd copper would run out into big ingots.
Okay.
And they were saying they only processed around 25 tonne a day of ore from here.
Right.
Only when they did actually get cracking on it. So,
Okay.
so they weren't putting a heap through.
And we worked it out, what, there's about 5,000 metres sitting out the front of
Roughly, yeah.
finished slag.
Yeah, which,
So that's a lot of work.
I don't know.
So these would have been the big boiler that would have sat on a concrete pad in there. They would have been the big boilers that ran the crushing plant, which was probably, you can see how that one's cone shaped. So that would obviously be the top, would you say?
Mm-hmm.
And this one here would probably be where they fed it, maybe. Don't know. Anyway, they would have steam running the crushers and coming from the heat off the kilns. The kilns melting the ore. It was a fairly big operation here. There was a town just down the road. I think I already told you that.
And the whole bloody thing was run by steam.
And the whole thing was run by steam, Don.
Yep.
There you go.
Round and round with the bloody great wheel.
Awesome. Yeah, brought it down through and over the top of that wall,
Over the top and
tipped down into
That
the
could even have been
the
the crusher we saw over the base of the crusher.
yeah.
Hey, this is a bloody sleeve, eh? The fish plate for the railway line.
There you go. There's an old beer bottle there, guys. If somebody had a drink after work one afternoon.
Yeah.
Looks like pretty thick old
Hey, Paul, you want to
thick old glass.
Copper mineral, cool. Azurite.
Oh yeah, the blue.
The blue.
Unreal. Good specky.
So it's fallen off the track on the way to the...
We'll call it FOT. Fell off truck.
Him.
So they would have followed this track through here, guys. All the ore would have come and been dumped off in here and out, back out that way. And down on here is where all the old kilns and that are. So she would have been thrown down here and fed through the kilns and crushing plants, and then eventually ended up as a slag out the front. So a lot of work for the old boys. Cordwood.
Yep.
And this is the coal from the cordwood.
Sometimes call it cordwood because it was sold in cords.
Yep.
So many lengths of fucking things.
And this over here, Don, what was that, mate? That was a...
That just looked like it was an ore truck.
An ore truck.
Underground ore
Underground ore truck
truck.
that used to run along the lines.
Yeah.
There you go, guys. There you go. A little ore truck. Underground. So they push it from the stope.
Yeah.
And where would it go from the stope, Don?
Into the lift, into the hoist, hoisted up to the surface, pushed out, and then towed out, pushed out, whatever, into the mill.
Into the mill, yeah, cool.
Straight into the crusher.
Cool.
And the last night's not worth all that fucking much, though.
Another edit. Another edit. I'll tell you what, you blokes, you're bloody rough out in the bush. Look at this. Look at this. Crikey, I'm going to have to go to hospital.
Open the big fella up.
I'm a sook. Don't worry about me, I'm a sook. Bloody lantana.
Yeah, I haven't got any.
I haven't seen the first one.
Oh, lantana.
We might have to knock it.
Oh, boys, thanks for spending the day with Pasco lads prospecting.
No worries, Donny. We enjoyed ourselves.
That's good. Thanks, Don.
Been fun, Don.